What's going on, guys? What's going on? Hope all is well, man. Hey, we back. Back again. You see, I got my shirt on today. Hey, welcome to Battle Tested. What doesn't break you builds your brand, man. I hope you guys enjoyed last week, though. I hope you enjoyed last week. I know it was really exciting for me to really just get an opportunity to sit down and have a conversation and to really air that conversation out to you guys too. You guys can really get a kind of hone in on a lot of the conversations that me and Sincere usually have. You know, we have some powerful conversations. So, two powerful black men in the world that are making an impact. So shout out to Sincere, shout out to Sincere for coming through, dropping some, man, he was dropping knowledge on, right? He was dropping some love knowledge, some sauce, the secret sauce, right? He talked about the secret sauce a little bit. He talked about, man, what really captivated me a lot with last week was this here. What really captivated me a lot was the, spirituality equals mentality to physicality, which brings your reality, right? Like that right there, like, whoa, time out. I had to have him say it again because it was super dope to really just have that moment with him and yeah, you know what I mean? A lot of great information there. So I just, I'm excited about today, man. I'm excited about today to really be on here and sharing some more love and things with the world, right? So how you guys' week was, man? Usually I come here with a lot of energy, right? I got a lot of energy if you want me to give it to you. But usually I come in here a lot of energy. Today I'm gonna be like kind of balanced out a little bit because I'm gonna be talking about some serious stuff. Not really, it's serious, but it's not serious, but it's serious in a sense. All right, so I'm gonna be talking about some things, but I wanted to recap what Sincere was talking about. He was talking about some love last week. He was talking about being in wholeness, right? Some transformation. All right, he was dropping some jewels last week. And like, if you can, type in the comments where exactly what was one of your biggest things that you had to take away from last week with Sincere. You can type it in at any time though. But I do want you guys to really, because we got it's an imbalance, right? And so I'm kind of talking about balance today or whatever, but it's an imbalance. So we got a large number that we are producing every week, right? We do. You guys follow it, get some followers on Mr. Diamond Inc. 2.0 on IG and TikTok. We're getting a couple followers on there. But it's an imbalance a little bit, right? The reason why I say it's an imbalance a little bit is this here. So, you go through on Friday, you come back, the numbers are showing and all that stuff. The thing is, let's start shifting a little bit, right? So those, you might go through the week. After Friday, you hear it live. You get to hear it live and really get it like, man, I was blown away by whatever. The biggest thing is, though, one of the things is like, you got to look at it. And here's what I'm about to share with you, right? So you look at before 2 weeks ago when we came back on. Look at 2 weeks ago when we came back on Battle Tested. What doesn't break you builds your brand. So 2 weeks ago, we came back. And then you look at this week and next week, right? You look at this week and next week. So you look at the 2 weeks before we came back. We was dropping knowledge and stuff. I had finished season 1 in December. And then, this week and next week, how do you watch those things or whatever? Does it just process through and you're like, oh, I got to hear it live? The biggest thing is, the reason why I bring this up is, let's tap into YouTube, right? Let's tap into YouTube It's good. Battle Tested Podcast on YouTube. Go and subscribe on there. Don't hold back. Go subscribe so you can hear it over and over and over and over. Go subscribe. Go like it. Go view it. Get the views, right? So you can go and watch it over and over and over again. Because when you go and watch it over and over again, you can share with a friend. Say you might missed out on something, or you might was to the bathroom, or you might, you had to hook a left or right while you were driving. See, you don't know exactly. You might, not to say you are going to miss something. I didn't say that. But you can potentially miss out on something that you might just didn't catch it, right? I tend to listen, go back and watch sports games, or I even watch my own, do the critique on myself, analyze it myself. So here's what I share with you. Here's a call to action for you guys, right? Go and follow on Mr. Diamond Inc. 2.0, Mr. Diamond Inc. 2.0. If you don't see it, Mr. DIAMONDINK 2.0 at Gmail, on IG and TikTok, right? So go follow on there. Go and follow on there, as well as go to Battle Tested Podcast on YouTube. Battle Tested Podcast on YouTube. Go find it. Go and subscribe on there, because you can listen to it again, right? So you knew what life was before when I wasn't on the air, right? 2 weeks ago, right? At 5 o'clock, you probably had something to listen to. But you weren't listening to me, right? You weren't listening to me. I'm gonna tell you, you wasn't listening to me because I wasn't on air no more, right? But 2 weeks ago, you didn't have anything. But then now you got, after this episode, there's 3 episodes that you can go back and watch, right? And it'll be up tomorrow. So you get to absolutely subscribe to content, to really get some jewels. Get the jewels that Sincere dropped last week. Oh my gosh. I had to go back and listen to it. I had to break it all up, chop it all up. Like, it was me, Sincere, and DC. We sat on, and we sat in DC office freaking like 45 more minutes, right? So go. So when I say balance, right, like I really, when I'm talking about balance, I talk about this here, right? We have to stay breathing in control. Scarcity will not get us anywhere in life. It won't. I promise you it won't, right? Like, let me tell you, like I told you guys 1,000 times, I almost got blown up in Afghanistan. If I would have been scared the rest of the time, I probably wouldn't make it, right? And like, when I tell people now, it blows their mind. They like, what? A 82 millimeter recoilless rifle round laying across the street, and you still here? Right? Hey, it wasn't my time. I was supposed to be on here with you guys. I'm just saying, right? So here's what I tell you. But one of the biggest things is I was in the military, right? I was in the military. This is 2011. 2011, I'm talking about, it was October 2011 too. October 2011, we got hit 58 times. And I ain't talking about Nerf guns either. We talking about stuff that blows people up, right? Yeah. And so one of the things is, like, I vow to always be in my kid's life, right? I just had my son at the time. I didn't have my daughter, right? My daughter was born in 19. But I only had my son at the time, in 11, so on and so forth. So one of the things is that I knew, though, right? I knew this back in when I was out there. I knew I knew I was protected, though, right? And the way I say I was protected is this here. The way I say I was protected is because I knew if anything happened to me, my family was going to be good. They were going to be good, right? My family was going to be good. And when I say they were going to be good, they were going to be protected. See, my son wasn't going to have me no more, right? If I would have left back in 2011, he wasn't going to have me no more, right? But financially, he was going to be good, right? The military was going to pay for him, right? And what I speak about is, he was going to grieve me and all of that stuff back then. But we're going to talk about life insurance, right? Life insurance, cancer insurance. We're going to talk about a little bit, something a little quite serious. We make it more serious than it actually is. It's very serious, but we make it that much. We fear this thing called loss so much that we don't take action to prevent the loss. Let that sink in for a second, though. Let it sink in for a second. We fear this thing called loss so much that we take more inaction than we do take action, which cause nothing. Inaction is an action, however, is the incorrect action, because if something happened to you while you're driving, you get one diagnosis at a doctor's appointment, just like that. Your life can be turned, like it can be going this way, driving this way, but then it get turned upside down. See, one moment your life, your family's life can be destroyed. When I say destroyed, right, and I'm not talking about death, but I'm talking about a cancer, an accident, out of work. See, I'm talking about if you live in the Southeast, right, around the world, you can get it. But if you specifically live in the Southeast, you know, here's what I want you to do. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Right? Let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. Because when we have a conversation, that allows for us to really create something together. Create something together. All right. Here's what I tell you. This episode is not to talk about fear. Because I don't talk about death. Right? Like, I'm so comfortable with it. Like, I used to be. Let me tell you, I used to be scared. Like, I don't want to get life insurance. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. But when you see your loved one, somebody close to you that you lay beside every day, right? Hey, check this out. I want you guys to email that email right there. Shoot an email and say you need a quote, right? Renner, RENERStrategicbenefits @gmail.com. So Renner Strategic Benefits @gmail.com. Renner Strategic Benefits @gmail.com. So that's what I want you guys to do. Like, just, hey, I need a quote. And boom, I'll shoot you a quote back. You know what I mean? You just give me your basic information. I'll send you my link. Send you my my GPT. I'll send you my GPT. You get all your information. Boom, it comes back to you. All right? And I'll send that out. So I see my GPT and boom, we get all the information you need. Get you a quick quote. Come on. Right? So this episode is not to talk about nothing about fear. Like I said, when you see somebody you sleep with, you can take that down, DC. When you see somebody you sleep with, like you're with every day, all that stuff, and they take their last breath, that somebody you was expected to spend the rest of your life with, it really, like, life kind of, you know, it becomes real. Like, you, man, you really, like, you know. And so that's how I would look at life, though. And you know, I'm still calming down, and I'm a pretty calm guy, though, by the way. Like, you probably wouldn't, though. Yeah, you probably would, though. I'm pretty calm. You know, I'm a serious person, but I'm very calm. But you got to make sure you prepare. Because if you don't prepare, guess what? Guess what? You know, I hear this word, stay ready. You don't have to get ready. That means preparation. Stay ready. You don't have to get ready. Preparation. Prepare. Right? doing wills, estate planning. See, we don't talk about that. We all gonna leave here. Grandma left, great grandma left, little cousin left. People are being, coming out the womb and having issues. So we really have to have conversation, empowering conversation, powerful conversations that leads us into a direction to everybody gets protected. Because life don't send us no warning. They don't send no. They don't. I know when I was in Iraq and Afghanistan and all that stuff, and used to have this siren, like, used to have this siren that goes off, and that siren is on our phone, our cell phone. If you got an iPhone, it's on your iPhone too. And it used to go off, and I'd be like, I used to freak out when I came out the military. Oh, don't be around me with that siren. Because I might just start it, I'm telling you, I might just start jumping, hit the ground, snatching you up, right? Like, snatching you up, like, grab you by the collar and throwing you on the ground. You'd be like, what the hell is going on with this dude? Yeah, I was that bad. Yeah, I'm telling you. When I first came out for the least, the first 5 years, 4 years, 5 years, when I came out of the military, I was like that. Like, I was really like that. So, but you gotta protection, because you think about it, life. Let me tell you, I started selling insurance in 2017 because nobody would hire me, right? Nobody would hire me on because I was overqualified, right? Or I couldn't find the right job that would really be beneficial to me and the level of education that I have and the level of experience I have. So nobody would hire me. So I went in the insurance industry. I started off with Aflac, and I learned about cancer insurance, right? Like the nitty gritty about cancer insurance. I learned about accident insurance and how important it is to your paycheck. See, if you ain't never heard about cancer insurance, guess what? You never heard about cancer insurance. Cancer insurance is the first diagnosis, they got you. The first diagnosis, they got you. No matter what. Soon as you get diagnosed with cancer, they got you. Okay? Oh. No, not right now, buddy. Not right now, Mira. I'm on a call, buddy. You said Mira. Yeah. First, all right. Diagnosis of cancer. They got you. First, like as soon as the accident, they got you. Critical illness, life insurance, they got you. See, one of the things, let me tell you this story right here. October, right? October. Okay. October. So October, guess what? I wrote a policy back 3 years ago. About 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I wrote a policy on my sister's brother, my brother too. I wrote a policy on him. Right? I wasn't even thinking about. He was a veteran as well because I spoke about it in October. But you don't think about nobody. You write a policy to make sure that people are protected. But I wrote this policy in 2021. I never knew that in 2025 I'll be activating that policy. I never knew I was going to be activating that policy. Never knew it. Guess what? I had to activate that policy for my sister. And I'm so glad that I would push for him to get that policy. Because guess what? That's what I talk about. Those are the things I talk about. Those are the things that I'm talking about. I'm talking about cancer, short-term disability. I'm talking about accident. I'm talking about life insurance. Those are the things I'm talking about. Critical illness. Those are the things I'm talking about because those are the things that are important. You know, that's how you share the love to your family, financial form. Now, financial form, being able to protect them when you're no longer here no more. Being able to protect your your legacy or your generations to come. That's how you um that's how you leave a mark on this world. Whether you want to leave a mark or not, hey, that's how you do it. That's how you set it up. That's how the Rockefellers did it. That's how the Vanderbilts did it. And I know your family like last name is different from everybody else's. You're one of one. Yes. For me personally, leave the world better than you found it. Leave the world better than you found it. Leave the day better than you found it. Leave the day better than you found it. And today, that's what's happening with life. A lot of people are leaving this world. Whether you're ready or not ready, it doesn't matter. You know, when your date is up, your date is up, period. And that's kind of where I'm at. Like, it's very serious, but it's not serious too. See, I think we make it a lot more serious than. But I tell you one thing. GoFundMe ain't that ain't cool. Cause then it's like you asking somebody to pay your light bill or your water bill, your gas bill. You didn't pay for it. Why didn't you take care of that while you was here? Like, you don't like. It's the same deal. You ask, hey, can you send me $10 to pay my light bill, my water bill, my gas bill? That's pretty much the same criteria you need to live. That's the same criteria you need to live. You're like, oh, that's the most selfish thing in the world. If you leave this world, that is nothing, right? But I'm gonna get off that soapbox. But we got to get back to sports. Sports this past weekend, it was an NBA All-Star game. NBA All-Star game was in LA. They played at the new Clippers Stadium. They did their thing. LeBron, 22 All-Star games in. He was doing his thing, man, and it was actually a pretty competitive game if you watched it. It wasn't too bad. The format, people was like, man, the format was pretty good. I thought the format, 3 teams, world team, 2, got a starters, stripe, you got the young people, and then you got the old heads, right? It was very competitive. I thought it was, and it was pretty dope though. So, man, you guys don't never hear me talking about something serious though, right? I never really talk about anything serious, but I just want to give you guys a reality check though. Like a reality check, because at the end of the day, if you don't have a reality check, like look at if it's meant to be, it's up to me, right? You see, it's battle tested. What doesn't break you builds your brand. See, I could have broke, right? I got a kudos yesterday. Say, hey, I know you don't really matter, but I appreciate you so much, and I'm so proud of you for how you took, how you did not. You could have easily left. And when your wife passed, you could have easily left, but you didn't. You stood it out. You did the best as you can. Your head was down, and you just kept on going with it. And I say, I appreciate it. Like some people see you. People see you, right? People see you. People see you, right? There's a lot of the times, and just know people out here watching you. They're paying attention to you. They're praising you, and just know. But I tell you, the reason why I wanted to talk about this today, though, man, because we don't have those serious conversations sometimes, and we have been battle tested. Like, man, I can't pay for food. I can't pay for gas. I can't pay for this right here. Let me ask you a question. What is available for you when you say you can't do something? How does that make you feel when you think you can't do something? Because this is where you are right now. See, if you're there right now, I can't do something. What would life look like if you just on the other side of, like, now that I know I can't do something, what if I could do something? What would be available for it then? What would be available? I'm just wondering. I just kind of wonder a little bit, right? Let me tell you, life can change in one moment. Like I told, and I mentioned this before. I woke up on October 24th, married, super married. I went to sleep a widower. Like, and it took me, honestly, it took me a minute to really accept that word, widower. It really did. Because, the first time I heard, I'm like, I'm not that. No, I'm not that. No, not me. Right? But then I had to realize, like, dang. And I'm so glad that, we were responsible. And we were very responsible because we did have life insurance for her. So I'm super glad that I didn't write it either, by the way. I didn't write it. I didn't write her policy. I didn't want them knocking on my door. Right? No, we called somebody, outside guy. I think it was actually before I even got my insurance license. It was an outside guy that got her a life insurance policy, and which was cool. It was an outside guy that got her a life insurance policy. So, if you're married, don't necessarily write your spouse policy. That's probably not a good idea, right? Just get somebody, your homeboy or something like that. I don't want to, we gonna get the homeboy to write it, or the homegirl, get the homegirl to write it, or get the little old person, to write it, right? Get them to write it. Don't you write it, because then you have to may have to answer some questions. Say, hey, especially if it's crazy, you don't want to deal with all that. Okay, we don't have to do all that. But you got to think about it. Like when we drive to work every single day, and it's important, man. Life is important. Like we kind of make it difficult a bit at times. So we make it difficult. See, a lot of the times we will insure our car, we will insure our cell phones, we'll even get rental insurance because somebody making us do it. But we won't get insurance to cover our body. What kind of craziness is that? What kind of craziness is that? Ask yourself that. Like we'll get car insurance because we have to. We get phone insurance because we have to. We'll get renter's insurance because we have to. But we don't get accident insurance. We don't get cancer insurance. Let me give you statistics though. So accidents happen every day. I just seen an accident. Me and TK we was riding. I was picking TK up yesterday, and this little old lady ran into this guy. He looked like he had a brand new truck. Boom, his airbags deployed, all that. Airbags deployed now. It has no schedule. Like accident has no schedule. Cancer diagnosis happen every single minute. And every single minute that a cancer diagnosis happens, it doesn't matter if it happens to you, your kid, or your spouse. If a cancer diagnosis happens, they're going to pay it out. They're going to paycheck. As soon as you get diagnosed, they're going to send you some money. They're going to send you like $500, $1,000, whatever on your policy. They're going to send it to you right then and there. Cancer diagnosis. Okay? That's one thing. Accident. When we talk about, hurting an arm or going there for a broken leg or, x-rays, they're going to pay out for x-rays. They're going to pay out for a shoulder. They're going to pay out for a surgery. They're going to pay out for all that. Disabilities. If you got a critical illness, if it's something that gets your arm torn off, right? They got those. They are very strategic when it comes down to these indemnity policies. And then life insurance. If your life gets taken away, boom, you're beneficiary. A beneficiary is the person that is like they are responsible. Like you have deemed them responsible to take care of your benefits. If something happened to you, you have, and you can be able to assign them, or like say for me, right? If I'm writing your policy, right, and I can't write your policy and make me the beneficiary. Can't do that. But boom. So we can create that though. We can create that and create that space to be able to grow that. Okay. But think about that. We insure these phones, we insure these rental properties, we insure, but let's insure our body, man. For real. Like, don't make somebody make you do something for you to do it. Like, I'm just saying, I'm just get off of it. But prepare isn't pessimist, it's leadership, bro. Like, that's being a leader. That's being a leader. Okay. It's a human impact. I'm gonna tell you, somebody that had to survive it myself. It's survival impact. And I know a couple people too. I know a couple people that have had to really experience that. Like really, I know these two people, these two young ladies, they was in their 30s, just like me. They was in their 30s and they lost their husband. Boom. They was forced to go in survival mode. But because they had life insurance, boom, it eases the burden a little bit. So it's not gonna bring the person back. It's gonna keep you from having to go to work when you're not ready to go to work yet. That is the moment that you need. See, it's the moment of the decisions when your destiny shaped. It takes one moment to get a life insurance policy and you to go with it. $50, $60, $70, $100. Like the moment of the decisions when your destiny is shaped. That's when your kids are gonna be looking at you, right? Your kids gonna be stressed out. You got to go to work. You ain't even ready to go back to work. Like dreams, like your dreams get placed on hold because now you got to do 2-3 jobs. All these bills are piling up. Like a rapper, like this rapper just did suicide in Atlanta, like this past couple days ago. Like mental health is so important. I don't know if he had life insurance or whatever, but this rapper just killed himself in Atlanta. Just killed himself, like in Atlanta. And it takes one moment, man, to contact the agent. It got to be me. But hey, go follow me on Battle Tested Podcast. Battle Tested Podcast on YouTube. Battle Tested, subscribe. Battle Tested Podcast on YouTube. Follow me on Mr. Diamond Inc. 2.0 on IG and TikTok. Follow me on Mr. Diamond Inc. 2.0 on IG and TikTok. Go on YouTube and follow me on Battle Tested Podcast. Battle Tested Podcast on YouTube. Go and subscribe. Go and subscribe. Because you don't want to have to deal with that emotional trauma, man. Go and follow, you can go and rewatch this video. Go rewatch this podcast. Really. Go rewatch it and watch it over. Because like when your income stops, man. When your income stops, peace usually stops with it. Like, hey, when your income stops, peace usually stops with it, right? Because then you start getting financial avalanche. Like if you think about a mountain, you probably seen one of the movies. All that snow coming down on you. And that's all those debts coming down on you. You got to deal with mortgage. Hey, no matter if somebody passed away, get you some mortgage insurance. Mortgage protection. Yeah, mortgage protection. Car payments, they don't stop. Medical deductions, they don't stop. Travel for treatment, they don't stop. Loss of wages, don't stop. Credit card dependency, don't stop. Retirement withdrawals, they don't stop. This stuff does not stop. Tragedy is expensive. And grief doesn't pause the bills. Because somebody passed away, hey, that credit card, they're gonna want that payment. Hey, you think that? No, it ain't free either. To bring somebody in the world and to take them away from the world, it costs money. See, one of the biggest things I used to say a lot, see, we was born in this world, whatever your date is, right? Whatever your date is, whatever date that is, you were born in this world. You was born over here, right? Or over here. We're going to go over my left hand, right? You're going to start over here. We start over whatever date that was. Whatever date that was, right? So for me, right? For me, boom, the day I was born. The day I was born. I'm a Leo, by the way. You never knew that. I'm a Leo. Day was born. Day I'm no longer here. Right? Whatever date. We don't know what that date is. We don't know what this hand looks like yet. Right? If I'm waving at you, that date ain't here yet. If you looking at me, that date ain't here yet. Okay? Some people die in the middle, right? Before that date, though. We're going to talk about that's a whole different episode. But, right? Boom. Right? Now, you see these dates. And that line in the middle is what you're creating now. That line in the middle is what you're creating. You get to choose. See, you were born looking like your parents. You die looking like your choices. I say it again. I heard this in an insurance seminar. You born looking like your parents. You die looking like your choices. What is your choices in life? So are you going to protect your family? That little boy, that little girl. And some of us, nobody did it for us. You got to be who you are today because nobody protected you. Don't continue to pass that negativity or that pessimism down. That's what it is. It's negative energy. You're passing negative energy down. Talk about life insurance. Hey, here's my policy. Hey, here's where you can find it at. If something happened, boom, I got a will. I got an estate planning. I got everything that needs to be done. That's what you need to talk about, right? Have those conversations, those real conversations. See, those conversations, some conversations create activity. See, inaction is an action too. But action will get you somewhere you need to get to. Inaction is an action. Okay, cool. It is an action. But action is the action we desire. So, but you got to make sure that I'm telling you, you say, oh, them little, people have these superstitions, right? They have so many superstitions. Oh, this little person right here, they're going to get all the money. I won't ever see it. Oh, I'm not going to pass nothing along to them. I ain't going to be here no more. Wow. That's what you feel about your family? Because you don't want to spend a couple of dollars? Why were you here then? Like, why were you here? Like, a couple dollars, $50, $100? Because they could just put me in a box. I heard some dumb crap somebody said before. It's the dumbest thing in the world for me. Like, really? Like, leaving people with debt is not cool. I'll tell you that. It's not cool. It's a healing space, man. Like you're supposed to leave people in a healing environment, recovery. Like, dang, they already got to deal with you not being here. You leaving the energy that you leaving negative energy too? Come on. Let's put some, income protection, right? Protect your income. Have an income protection in place. Because if you don't, guess what? I said, GoFundMe, fish fry, everybody. Fish fry. Hey, I grew up in the South, man. We used to have fish fry, borrowing from relatives. Somebody got it, like the people that did go position their family together, don't have them waiting and having to endure because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. So that's why I tell you. Hey, if you're looking for a quote, go ahead and hit me up on my email, Renner Strategic Benefits at gmail.com. Renter strategic benefits at gmail.com. Renter strategic benefits at gmail.com. Like, go ahead and hit me up. Hit me up. Let's get you a quote ASAP. Let's get you. And let me tell you, this episode right here is super about you, right? It's about you positioning your family in the right position. And, you know, getting you to a space that mentally you're okay. So it's battle tested. What doesn't break you builds your brand. Don't just allow it to break you. Right? It's like, come on now. Let's keep on moving. Keep this locomotion going. All right, cool. But we ain't gonna be talking about all that stuff, man. This is generational. Don't leave generational debt. Leave generational wealth. You know, trauma and financial regression. No, we ain't talking about none of that, man. That stuff is all right. You can cancel it. I mean, you can take that down. Experiencing these traumas, you know, tragedy. You already got to experience a tragedy. So protect with love. Protection equals love, man. Protection is responsibility. You're protecting your family, that's responsibility. You taking ownership. So that's one of the things. Be 100% responsible. Even if you like, man, I ain't leaving them a lot. Even if you're leaving, you probably had some kids that you don't even like your kids. Like DC be watching this joint, or when I'm a guest showing it, fuck your kids, right? He got this video called "Fuck Your Kids." It's so funny, right? Like fuck them kids. But hey, even if you don't like you saying fuck them kids, even if you saying fuck them kids, take care of take care of the niece and the nephew. Then take care of the niece and the nephew. Take care of somebody, the next generation. Leave the world better than what you found it. Because you didn't like it when it was coming, it was doing to you. So, like for me, that's one of my. I made this game that I'm about to start playing, you know, and I'm excited about it because it gets me excited about to doing things. So make a insurance. Quit take the thought of insurance being a certain thing, make it a principle. It's an absolute principle that you share with your family. The importance of it. You know, share the importance of your last name. Because your first name was given to you. But that last name, first, this is how I look at it, right? So you got your name, right? Mine is Brandon Abbey. Then you got the last name. See, that last name is when your lineage or your generations continue to go, potentially, you're going to name them after you, right? But it's your last name. So you have a girl until she gets married and she chooses to, she's going to keep your last name. That boy, he's going to keep your last name forever. What does your legacy look like? What does it look like? What do you want it to look like? Because you get the power to create it. You get the power to create it. You're like, oh, they have to figure it out. That's what you had to do. How did you like that? For me, I didn't like that shit. I ain't gonna cap to you. I didn't like it. You know, so you know what? I'm gonna do something about it. I didn't like it, so I don't want to pass it along to nobody else. So I ain't like it, so I ain't gonna pass it on to nobody else. For real. Like for me, period. I didn't like it. So guess what? Doing something about it. Doing something about it. Getting covered, protection. It's responsibility, man. It's your responsibility. Like you can do whatever you choose to do, man. I tell you, you can do whatever you choose to do. You can take you can choose in or out, right? You can see it in and out. It doesn't matter, right? I don't have no dog in that fight. But here's what I'll share with you. It takes one moment. only take one moment. One moment. One moment. And you can't now you can't go get insurance no more. You get a cancer diagnosis, oh, you can cancel that. Nah. I'm gonna tell you somebody I've written a $1 million policy. I've written a $1 million policy. I got denied for policies for somebody. I've written a $1 million policy and I've gotten denied for somebody for policies. I had somebody had a policy pay out. All that. Had a policy pay out. I've cashed in on a policy when my wife passed away. Cashed in on a policy. I've written a policy that somebody cashed out. Like, you're talking about somebody with experience. Like, that's what you got to find. Like, you find somebody that, like, not just talk to talk. Talk to talk for. Are you talking about somebody that walk the walk? I've written a $1 million policy. I've gotten denied from policies. I've actually cashed out on somebody's policy, and I've written a policy that somebody else cashed out on. You're talking about somebody that, like, and I am very credible when it comes down to that stuff. Preparation removes the panic. If you got wheels, you got estate planning, you got how your life is gonna be moved, what cemetery you're gonna go, all that. Yeah. You're lined up. Let's go. Right? Staying ready was one of the most purest forms of love you can express. Like being able to have your safe or manila envelope for you to be able to say, hey, if this happened, it's a hard conversation, period. Because I know when my late wife, when she was here, she wanted to have a conversation with me. I said, man, you don't get that fuck out of my face, bro. Man, we ain't talking about that right now. I didn't want to talk about that because I was afraid of death. Now I'm not. I'm like, it is what it is. If it's my time, you know what I do? I grind so hard to ensure that my kids are good. So whenever my day is, right? Hopefully it's 40 years from now, right? I'm gonna put it out there. It's 40 years from now. And I want to be married for another 40 years. So I need my wife, you know, my secret sauce, like Sincere said last week. I need my secret sauce to come on, right? And stop playing. I need my secret sauce to come on and stop playing, right? So I'm just gonna throw my little pitch in there a little bit when I'm, you know, we're gonna protect the family together, okay? But my secret sauce, come on. But I'm gonna tell you, 40 more years now. I want to be married 40 years. Like that's give me about 40 years and hey, we good then. You know, we put 40 years in the game. That's a whole 40 years, man. Hey, but we want to prepare and we want to protect our family. Like, you really want to go and download this journal too, man. Like, go to if you can look at this thing, man. Go and download this journal. If you don't want to go download the journal, you can go on Amazon. You can type in The Journey of Being, 30-Day Guided Journal to Acceptance, Transformation, and Mastery. You can go buy it off Amazon. Get yours sent to you. Sent straight to your house. Get it sent to you. You get the actual book. You don't got to go download it. You know, go get it. Go get your copy. But we're going to protect these. We're going to protect the kids. We're going to protect these babies, man. We'll protect these lifestyle. We're going to protect your last name. I know it's kind of pointless for you to work extra hard for the last 20, 30, 40 years, 50 years, and then you don't have nothing to protect what you worked for. So it's like you work for nothing. Does that make sense? It's like I just thought about it. It's like you work for nothing. So you worked on this job, this legacy for the last 40 years, and you have no stability, no moving forward. Like, it's craziness to me. I'm still trying to figure it out now. So, hey, but make sure you know, the biggest thing I would say, if you own a house, I'm going to give you the layout, right? So you own a house, right? I didn't do this, okay? You own a house. Go and find you a life insurance. I already told you. Renter strategic benefits. I got you. But go get you some. Go get with me. Boom. Or get some with somebody. You tell you if you about to close on a house, you're a first time buyer. You want to tell them, hey, I want to get mortgage protection. They might say, oh, mortgage protection is in here already. Nah, I want to get mortgage protection. See, mortgage protection. Guess what? The house costs $350,000. So you want to go get mortgage protection to get $350,000 policy. So you get $350,000 policy no matter what. Soon as that, long as you get past those 2 years, right? You get to mostly 2 years waiting period, especially for if you got a history of situations happening. So 2 years, boom, you get the three. So if something happened to you after that, or even before that, depends on how your policy is written, you have the opportunity to get that house paid off. Now you got a legacy. You got an asset in your name. Housing, education, you get that put away. So you think about this. Here's how you set it up. You got this mortgage protection, right, that pays for the house. Now the house is paid off. Boom. The education. Now if you're like, oh, I want to be able to refi, this house is paid off now. Now, let's say this house is $350. Now, you can go and mortgage the house back off to pay for the education if it wasn't nothing left for that. You get what I'm saying? You get to mortgage the house back off to whatever it is, whatever percent. If you decide you don't want to do that, you can mortgage the house and pay for your kids along the way. Let's say your kids are 6, 7, 8 years old. Years down the road, 10 years down the road, now you can mortgage the house back off to pay for your kids' education, or do a HELOC to pay for your kids. And you know that you got some life insurance. You got your dignity and your integrity is intact. Your legacies all put together. So I would definitely say get you some cancer insurance, get you some accident insurance, and get you some critical illness insurance, okay? And some life insurance. So you want to do, like ask yourself these questions. If my income stopped, hey, before your income stopped, let's hit up Renter Strategic Benefits at gmail.com. Renter Strategic Benefits at gmail.com. I say again, Renter Strategic Benefits at gmail.com. Thank you. If your income stopped tomorrow, how long can your house function? Ask yourself that question. If the spouse, or you got cancer, or I'm not wishing anything on you. Not wishing it at all. You got cancer, you got accident, you got an accident. You know how many times? Let me tell you a story. I ain't gonna go into no details. So a lot of the times people do some not so nice moves. I'm gonna call it that. They do some not so nice moves, and the not so nice moves work like this. One year, I knew somebody that was, in Georgia. Every year, they would go by, like it was from somebody I know personally. He went by and he was, asking these people, hey, you want some critical illness insurance? You want some critical illness insurance? You want some critical illness insurance? And they like, nah, I'm good. The critical illness insurance probably about 40, 50, 60 bucks maybe, right? Depends on what it is. It's a group policy, right? Every year, it was like, nah. All right, cool. One time, my guy, he gets a call. And it went like this. Hey, is it too late to get the critical illness insurance? For insurance broker, insurance agent, bing! You say red flag pop up. Red flag super pop up, right? It pops up. Why? Yes? Yeah, depends. Right? You say, yeah, my husband just had a stroke. And his wife was an LPN or a nurse, something of that nature. Husband had a stroke. Wife had to leave her career to take care of husband that was at home. So now you lose two incomes. See, had they got critical illness insurance, guess what? That critical illness insurance would have paid for his insurance. It would have continued to pay for him to have a nurse to come in and take care of him at home. That policy is a pretty prominent policy. A critical illness policy. It takes care of accident. It takes care of strokes. It takes major stuff like cerebral palsy. It takes care of heart attacks. This policy is so powerful and it's put together and it pays. Oh, you had this issue. Oh, you had a nurse come see you, and it pays it for like 90 days, I think. Like it pays it ridiculous. So don't go without it. Quit it. So short-term disability, cancer, accident, and critical illness, right? Would your partner inherit peace or pressure? Ask yourself that. Would your partner, your spouse, inherit peace or pressure? Would your children, right? What the? That's not even me. Your children. All right, there you go. Your children. Would your children inherit stress or stability? Ask yourself those questions. See, we know what life is before. We know what life is. You want your family to continue to have the same life, situation going forward, right? So is your job insured or just your car? All right, you got to think about your paycheck insurance. Paycheck insurance. Think about this. Paycheck insurance is to capture you to ensure that your paycheck is good to go in case you're in time of need. So the thing is right here. So we think about these. How much is this going to cost me? I don't know how much it's going to cost me. I don't know. Hey, I would rather have it and not need it and need it and not have it. I don't give a what it's going to cost me. I'm going to have it and not need it instead of need it and not have it. Okay? Make it happen. Have it, not need it, need it, not have it. All right, cool. So life will happen. We don't know when it's going to happen to us. Like, life happens for us, actually. None of us are exempt. Like, COVID. Think about COVID. COVID is a perfect example. Nobody was exempt from COVID. But before financial devastation kicks in, don't allow it to happen to you. Don't allow it to happen to you. Before financial devastation kicks in, don't allow it to happen to you. So I want you to here's what I want you to do moving forward. Preparation is power. Coverage is control. Planning is your legacy work. Preparation is power. Having conversations about death and what's happening after that. Coverage is control. You know exactly what's going to happen. And planning is a legacy work. It's that legacy work. Okay? So stay ready. So your family never has to experience your absence and your income disappearing at the same time. I repeat. Stay ready so your family never has to experience your absence and your income disappearing at the same time. So basically what I'm saying is stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready, okay? Stay ready so your family do not have to never experience your absence and your income disappearing at the same time. So that's the last thing I got to say, man. And I wanted to share it. Follow me on Mr. Diamond Inc. 2.0 IG on TikTok. Mr. Diamond Inc. 2.0 on IG and TikTok. Battle Tested. What doesn't break you builds your brand. You can find me on Battle Tested Podcast. Go subscribe on Battle Tested Podcast. Battle Tested Podcast. Go subscribe today. Go subscribe to Battle Tested Podcast on YouTube. And let me tell you, it's been a great time, guys. It's been a super great time, but we're ending this thing right now. And it's one day at a time, one moment at a time. See you back here next week. Let's cash out.